Okay, it is that time. Yeah, almost that time anyway. It's 7:30, February 21st. Got court hearing at 8:30 via Zoom. And I'm just prepared as I can be. Got the videos hooked up in case I'm allowed to show them. And I am hoping that the defendant, my next door neighbor, shows up in court today. You know, sometimes she doesn't. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping she's there. And I'm hoping that the judge in this case will see what I've been putting up with for the last 6 years and determine that, yeah, I need to extend this restraining order for at least a year until this judgment matter is resolved, because it's been 6 years, and you know, four court cases, 3 fences, multiple police calls, friends that she has harassing me. I'm done. So yeah, I'm appearing via Zoom because I am still concerned regarding my safety due to the fact that her friend John tried to run me off the road after the last court hearing, that breach of contract court hearing. And yeah, I'm just, I don't want to have to be looking over my shoulder to see if her friend John is following me on the road. So yeah, I'm appearing via Zoom. And fingers are crossed that the judge will grant me this restraining order extended for another year at least. And then my next court case will be on March 11th regarding that judgment. So I got to get this one out of the way first, right? And thank goodness for Zoom. But yeah. I am so done with the Kelly versus Crosnoe court cases. You know, she's always going to be my neighbor, and there's nothing I can do about that, but I'm hoping I can at least keep her from causing me any more grief. Okay, so continuance got granted. The defendant, respondent, has I guess a person representing her in this case, and I need to exchange all proof. Lucky for me, I have all the proof already on a USB stick by March 29th, and the case has been extended to April 29th. And I have to be there in person at 1:30 in the afternoon. And so I guess I'll be there in person, but yeah, no matter how many continuances this, you know, gets, and how many people she gets to represent her in this, the facts don't change. This restraining order needs to be in place. Okay, so yeah, I got to exchange evidence with her counsel by March 29th, and the actual court date will be on April 29th at 1:30, which is a Monday. So, if nothing else at this point, the restraining order has been continued for at least another 2 months, and I'm, you know, hoping to get it for at least a year. So, and got that other court hearing taking place on March 11th, which is 2 weeks from now. So, at least the restraining order will still be in effect during that court hearing. Ugh. This is crazy. I just want to end the Kelly versus Crosnoe court cases and be done with it. You know, I'm done. It's been over 6 years. I just want to put this all behind me and start living life without Kelly versus Crosnoe in the background. Yeah. Oh, well, what can I say, right? I knew something would happen today, that the hearing would not actually get to take place. She's so predictable, my neighbor. And even though she needs a continuance because she now has a public defender, Unfortunately, yes, the restraining order is still in place while waiting for that trial to take place. So Kelly versus Crosnoe at the Ventura County Superior Court, April 29th, 2024, at 1:30 p.m. in room, I believe, 34. Yeah. And she just came home, actually. I just saw her wearing a nice little pink dress, playing off this total sweet little old lady thing, I'm sure. But, yeah, I just want this court case to come to an end. I really do. It's just been going on for way too long. And, yeah. I knew she would get another continuance, and not once in these last 6 years of court dates. In the 4 different court cases have I ever asked for a continuance. I'm always ready to just do it, get it done, you know. But the wheels of justice turn slowly, so apparently I have no choice but to just let it drag on. Okay, it's the day after the hearing, and I decided to find out who my neighbor's attorney is. And this is him, Scott Bentley, also known as, if you read the bio, basically the way he described himself, he is a criminal defense attorney. He specializes in criminal defense, appeals, domestic violence, drug crimes, DUI crimes, sex crimes, theft crimes, traffic violations, violent crimes, expungements, warrant removal, and restraining orders. There it is, restraining order. So yeah, he's the Saul Goodman of Ventura County. That's right, you know, and I went on to read some of the reviews on Google. It's kind of funny, actually, you know, it really is pretty comical. The people that are, I guess, being represented by him, they're leaving nice reviews, and they're saying that, you know, I had 4 DUIs, but thanks to him, it got dismissed, and I got my kids back, even though I was drunk, driving with 4 kids in the car. Okay, got dismissed. One where restraining order is in effect, he got it dismissed because, you know, it's his ex and she just didn't like him, and so, okay, whatever. But some of these, when you read them, you know, one guy, I was looking at 5 to 25 years in prison because I have multiple felonies and multiple misdemeanors. But he got me my whole case dismissed. So apparently he's a good lawyer, I guess, right? But, yeah, so I'm going to, I guess, be required to send him the videos and the police reports. And I was actually at the police department today to let them know that the restraining order, temporary restraining order, has been extended to April 29th when the actual, I guess, trial might take place. I say might because, let's face it, every time it's supposed to take place, there's a delay, postponement. And this particular continuance, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because she was told she could only have 1 continuance because she said she needed to prepare for this hearing. And then she shows up. Apparently, you know, I'm there via Zoom, so I didn't see her show up, but she gets this gentleman to represent her at the last second. And my attorney, you know, before he could represent me in the case on 3/11 that's coming up, he was required to file with the Ventura County Courthouse the 15 days before the hearing. That, you know, substitution of attorney, and required to notify the defendant. This gentleman didn't have to do that, apparently, and then it turns out that's why the continuance needs to be granted, because at the last second she gets this guy, and even though she had 6 weeks to prepare, she does her last second thing, So I don't know. Maybe on April 29th she's going to be sick or something will happen because she's had attorneys before and then at the last second gets rid of them. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I just know that the police department let me know today that they will give me that certification that they recommend that I get a restraining order against Linda Crosnoe, my neighbor, because, they're tired of coming out to the house, mainly, right? But, so yeah, I'm having mixed emotions here because I do feel that my neighbor clearly needs some representation, but at the same time, I need a restraining order against my neighbor. And I've been putting up with her for so many years now. And if I get this restraining order, it will probably keep her away from me. I want her out of my life. And this gentleman's job, obviously, is to keep her from getting that restraining order, right? So, the mixed emotion is by my submitting all of the evidence to him, which I have the burden of proof, I'm supposed to do that. But it seems I don't want to make his job so easy, right? I mean, there's nothing in there where he can come up with an argument that justifies her actions against me, destroying my property, harassing me, having her friends harass me. I just want the destruction of property to come to an end, and the harassment from her come to an end. I may have to settle for not getting any money, but I want her to leave me alone. So I feel like by my giving him all the evidence, he's going to be looking for any loophole that probably gets her, not having to deal with the restraining order. And I'm guessing that loophole is going to be what everybody else gives her the loophole on. She's got mental issues. We have to feel sorry for her. No, you don't have to feel sorry for her, because I do. I know a few people who actually have bona fide mental issues, and they don't try to, cause grief to their neighbor on a daily basis. This is a selective mental issue person next to me here, and I'm not related to her. I'm not in a relationship with her. Yeah, and I'm not a renter, so, there is no law that requires me to have to communicate with that person. There's no law that requires me to even have to know that person, much less know her on a daily basis, being tortured by her on a daily basis, and having to deal with her in the courtroom on a monthly basis. I just want her to go away. I want all the drama that's associated with her to go away. I want all the expense associated with her being my neighbor to go away. I just want to get back to living my life, just my life, without her being a part of it. So, yeah, mixed emotion. I understand that the attorney's job is to prevent her from getting that restraining order, but I don't think it overrides my need for that restraining order. So I guess we'll have to see what happens.